we're going to settle another chapter in this age-old rivalry where there's a brass bull awaiting the victor. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Wisconsin would very much like to avoid what happened last year at the hands of the Hawkeyes and the offensive revolution that they went through. Had an early 3-0 lead, but it was a drubbing from that point forward.
Yeah, an offensive revolution, but old school football. Iowa ran the ball right down Wisconsin's throats for over 300 yards in that game. Caleb Johnson absolutely went off. David, for Wisconsin to have any shot, they have got to do better stopping the run.
It was embarrassing. I mean, Iowa threw the ball 10 times, and they scored 42 points. Wisconsin was absolutely embarrassed. They got to hear about it for a year. I better see some fight. Like, they better be angry. They better be ticked off because giving up over 40 is unacceptable. Go get some revenge.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
It'll be 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Shoots his way for more. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
At the 34. Offense facing 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is good! And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Iowa's offense has the ball for the first time. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Moulton. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got it in the middle, it's Gill. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The screen, he can go. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bull here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with it.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bull on a stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they've got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to their trophy stand if they win.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, what a move to get open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
They're dealing with a second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's already made one field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. Absolutely center cut. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They punted away on 4th down. Takes it on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Caught near the sideline, it's Barry Johnson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gonna look downfield again. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They're now up 9-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Intercepted, the defense is set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Iowa. Once he got some room, it was over.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Hands it off. Got the first down and still on his feet. They'll immediately call timeout.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He's got it on the right. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anthony. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Snagged in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Gonna run it. It's Moulton. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Now the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one splits the uprights. It's now a one-possession game, 16-10.
Wisconsin 16, Iowa 10.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Anthony. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 25. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Morgan at the 35-yard line. Brings up second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Finds his man. It's Anthony. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Sets up the screen. Creates a little room. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Badgers once Once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badger!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Got a man, it's Moulton. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got to lead in the 4th quarter, but it also involves you tackling well and a nice job rallying to the football and making the tackle.
He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And here comes the offense on second down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. It is Wisconsin who will head home with the big brass bowl known as the Heartland Trophy after beating Iowa. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.